The Springboks are no longer just chasing trophies. They are chasing history. Every time they step onto the rugby field, they carry something far heavier than expectation. They carry the pressure of being the team every nation wants to defeat. For years, South Africa has stood at the summit of world rugby, but staying there has become the greatest challenge of all. Now, as another huge test against England approaches, one respected voice believes the toughest journey is only just beginning. Former South African captain Bob Skinstad has delivered a fascinating assessment of the road ahead. His message is clear. The Springboks have a target on their backs, and every rival is aiming directly at them. But rather than seeing that as a problem, Skinstad believes it could become their greatest strength. Since lifting the Rugby World Cup in 2019, the Springboks have built one of the most impressive winning eras in modern rugby. They successfully defended their world title in 2023, continued collecting major victories, and reinforced their place among the sport's elite. Remaining champions for so long is something very few teams ever achieve. Winning once is difficult. Winning again is even harder. Remaining the team everyone wants to beat is harder still. Yet South Africa continues to find answers. Much of that success has been built under the leadership of Rassie Erasmus. His influence reaches far beyond matchday tactics. He has created a culture where experience and youth work side by side. Every player understands the standards expected inside the squad. Every training session carries intensity. Every selection is earned rather than guaranteed. That mentality has helped keep the Springboks moving forward while many former champions around the world have struggled to maintain their dominance. But according to Bob Skinstad, the next 15 months may become the biggest examination of this golden generation. Not because the team lacks quality. Not because confidence is fading. But because the challenge ahead is unlike anything South African rugby has experienced before. The international calendar is packed with demanding fixtures. There is almost no room to recover. Every opponent arrives motivated. Every stadium presents a different challenge. Every mistake becomes more costly. It all begins with another meeting against England. Whenever these two rugby powers face each other, history follows. Supporters remember unforgettable battles. Players understand what the badge represents. The physical contest is always fierce. The tactical battle is always fascinating. For England, this match represents an opportunity to test themselves against the world's leading side. For the Springboks, it is another chance to prove that their success has been built on consistency rather than momentum. Yet this opening test is only one piece of a much bigger story. The weeks ahead will push the South African squad to its limits. After facing England, the Springboks continue their campaign against Scotland and Fiji. Both teams bring unique strengths. Scotland are known for their discipline, organization, and ability to control territory. Fiji offers speed, creativity, and unpredictable attacking rugby capable of changing matches in moments. Neither opponent can be underestimated. Then comes another difficult assignment away from home against Argentina. Playing in Buenos Aires has never been simple. The passionate supporters create an unforgettable atmosphere, while the home side always rises to the occasion against the world's best teams. Every minute demands complete concentration. Every possession matters. And then comes perhaps the most anticipated rivalry in international rugby. The Springboks against New Zealand. Few sporting contests carry the same history, respect, and intensity. Generations of legendary players have shaped this rivalry. Every encounter writes another chapter. Every victory carries enormous significance. Matches between these two giants are often decided by tiny margins. One tackle. One turnover. One decision. That is why these fixtures remain among rugby's biggest occasions. According to Bob Skinstad, this demanding schedule may actually become the perfect environment for South Africa's younger players. Pressure reveals character. Great players embrace difficult moments. Future stars earn their reputations when expectations are highest. Young members of the squad now have an opportunity to prove they belong alongside some of rugby's biggest names. Competition inside the squad has never been stronger. No position is completely secure. Every player knows someone else is ready to take their place. Instead of weakening the team, that competition raises standards across the entire squad. Training becomes more intense. Preparation becomes more detailed. Every performance matters. That is exactly the environment Rassie Erasmus has worked hard to create. His challenge extends beyond winning the next test match. He must also prepare South Africa for another Rugby World Cup. That requires careful planning. Experienced leaders must remain fresh. Young talent must continue developing. New combinations need opportunities without disrupting the team's rhythm. Finding that balance is one of the hardest jobs in international rugby. So far, Erasmus has handled it impressively. He understands that long-term success depends on constant evolution. Standing still is never an option. Opponents are improving every season. Coaches spend countless hours studying South Africa's tactics. Analysts search for weaknesses. Players dream of becoming the first team to stop the reigning champions. That is the reality of being number one. Success earns respect. It also attracts relentless attention. Every victory increases expectations. Every defeat becomes headline news. That is exactly why Bob Skinstad believes the Springboks now carry a target on their backs. Every nation wants to measure itself against the world's best. Every coach wants to discover the winning formula. Every supporter hopes their team can produce a famous upset. The pressure never disappears. But history shows that truly great teams learn to thrive under pressure. They transform expectation into motivation. They use criticism as fuel. They refuse to become comfortable. That mindset has defined South African rugby throughout this remarkable era. As kickoff against England approaches, excitement continues to grow. Supporters expect another physical contest. Experts anticipate another fascinating tactical battle. Players understand the importance of delivering a strong performance. Yet one match will not define the journey ahead. The real challenge stretches across an entire season filled with world-class opposition. If the Springboks successfully navigate this demanding schedule, they will strengthen their position as favorites heading toward the next Rugby World Cup. More importantly, they will prove that their extraordinary success is no accident. It is the result of discipline, preparation, competition, leadership, and a relentless desire to improve. For now, the focus remains on England. Another proud rugby nation. Another important test. Another opportunity to demonstrate why South Africa continues to set the standard in international rugby. The road ahead will not be easy. There will be difficult moments. There will be fierce contests. There will be constant pressure from every direction. But according to Bob Skinstad, that is exactly where this team belongs. Because champions are not defined by how easily they win. They are defined by how they respond when the entire rugby world is trying to knock them off the top. And over the past several years, the Springboks have shown time and time again that they are ready for that challenge. Now, they have another chance to prove it. The Springboks